Everybody here, anybody here. I don't know who's here. Pulling it up over here on the other screen. There we go. There it is. All right, we're ready. Let's do this. You guys, I'm going to get you in a proper spot here in a second. I didn't do the orientation right. I wonder if I can do it here. Everybody here, anybody here. Oh, hey. I don't know who's here. We don't need that. All right. We got 2 people on here. We got 2 likes. I don't know how many people are going to join us on this little adventure, but I'm just getting this thing going here. And then I'm going to put my phone in it. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Jimmy. And Steve Miller. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. I'm out in the garage. Tabitha's in bed, so I didn't want to make a racket in the house. Hey, Misty. Hey, Wendy. All right. Man, we got a party going on. It's quick. You guys, I'm not 100%. It's been a long week. But I'll tell you, I've been excited about this little deal here. And I'm going to wait just a little bit, you guys, to see if Bob shows up. But I was told I can't open this until I do the live thing. I'm supposed to open it live. Anyway, I don't know what's in there, you guys. I have not touched this. So who knows what's in there? I know that Bob Hanson told Steve Miller what he wanted on that lure. So whatever that is, we're going to find out. But I'm going to wait just a little bit and see if Bob shows up. I'm not trying to make you guys hang on or anything. This isn't one of those deals. But how's everybody doing? Really? I feel like we should ask each other that more. Hey, Grammar. Yeah, dude, I grew up between Edmonds, Washington and South Everett, Silver Lake area, if you know where that's at. Snohomish County. I grew up there, and in 2002, I moved to Tucson, Arizona for about 18, 19 years before I moved to Bull Shoals Lake here in Branson, Missouri. But to answer your question there, twice the limit. Yeah, I grew up in Washington for about, I was there, like I said, from 73 to 2002. Hold on. Yeah, today was 71 degrees in Branson. It was a very nice day. Tomorrow we're going fishing. Oh, right on. Jimmy's down in Houston. It's probably warm down there, eh? Compared to Michigan, I imagine. Man, the Pats fans are pissed. that guy's mad. I didn't I did not expect there to be pissed off Patriots fans. Look, just to be real, I was never pissed at the Patriots when the Seahawks lost to them. I thought that was piss poor play calling on the Seahawks' part to not put arguably at the time the most prolific running back on the field that season in Marshawn Lynch. With 2 plays to go, let's throw the ball. That's what I would do on the goal line with that guy. Anyway, I wasn't mad at the Patriots. I was mad at the play calling of the Seahawks. But I will concede, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback that ever played football. I believe that. I'm a big fan of Tom Brady. So what you got to understand about Pigeon Forge is Branson happened first. And then Pigeon Forge modeled itself after Branson. So Branson was the palette, and Pigeon Forge is what happens when you have space and you think about it and you learn from the old one. But you're right. A project in Spokane soon. One of my best friends in all of life lives in Spokane. He's a fisherman. Fishes a lot at Lake Coeur d'Alene. And damn guy sent me about a 4-pound smallmouth he caught in the dead of winter last week. And they're in there. Spokane's a place that I thought about moving to before here. And it didn't make sense at the time. Is Bob Hanson in the building? I gotta ask, is Bob Hanson here? I'm gonna show this for you guys that are just jumping on. The reason we're here is to open Bob Hanson's creation with Steve Miller on what they painted. I don't know what it is, but while I'm standing around, I'm gonna show you when I met up with Steve and Misty last week to get this. Steve gave me a little trio of some rock crawlers and some crazy colors. I'm going to show them to you. One being this one. I really enjoy this blue and green. Very nice. So blue and green, blue and black works year round in about 99% of bodies of water for game fish, bass, whatever. Fish will eat blue and green stuff all the time. So it's a no-brainer to have blue, greens, and anything like that in your tackle box. But now in the Ozarks, especially, this is something you want to pay attention to. Right here. Absolutely a deadly color on these impoundments in southern Missouri. Right there. The orange, blacks, greens, that blend. I don't know. We're going to get back to this. I want to talk about something about this in a minute. Okay. I'm seeing what you're laying down there, Misty. I'm seeing you guys. I'm just kind of getting carried away. Now, this collaboration on this color goes way back to the US Open. I forget when that was now, 2021, when we did that, Steve. Anyway, for those that weren't here then are privy to that. What happened was after the US Open, I cleaned out my live well. And the colors that were in there absolutely surprised me. I was completely blown away at what I saw. And guys, this is the color that Steve came up. Well, I came up with it and Steve painted it. And this is a new play on it. Okay? It's a little lighter of a hue. But look at that. Absolutely fire. Now, hold on. So you see what's going on here. Here's the transverse. This is if you flipped it. I don't know, you guys. I like them. I think they're friggin' sexy. And that's where we're at on those. They're going to go. I'm going to show you guys something. So this is a real. This is not custom. This is a real wiggle warp. See this color right here? So that green, in my opinion, in this water is too light. It needs to look this way, not this way. That's how I feel about it. So I'm going to put these in this box and we're going to toss them around this weekend. I'm going fishing tomorrow. And that's how that's going to be. But I'll tell you what. I don't know if you guys, Bass Mafia doesn't pay me. I like this and I got it very cheap. But these deep tackle boxes where you can basically put a normal size, like a 12-ish depth crankbait, lip size on down. So like 2 3/4 or less inches. These fit great. I love them. I forget. I can't. Bass fishing is for kids. You're right. I'm a big kid, dude. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I can tell you right now, I'm never going to grow up. And if I worried about what people thought about that, I would be the crazy one. Bob Hanson, is he in the house? Yeah, Misty, you said the twins there, and I mean I don't have the other. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, you guys. Wait, hold the phone. I do have. This was the original, you guys, in the blue top, orange bottom. But this. Hold on. Hold the phone. Look. This is the original. Notice, look at that sexy logo on top. Here's the new one. I do not have the other one in the opposite situation. I think it's gone. But anyway, this was the original color we came up with roughly 4 years ago. This is the updated version, and I'm telling you, it's just absolute. I don't know what to call that. What would you guys call that? I'm thinking like hot, sexy lava. I don't know. I love it. Anyway, you guys, like I said, I kind of wanted for those of you that are on here that have never seen these colors that we came up with. This is old, and this is just the new variant. It's a little lighter. The orange is a little more vibrant, and that's just where it's at right now. And I'm telling you, again, there. So I'm gonna put that stuff back. I'm gonna pay attention to the comments for just a second. Okay, let's see what's going on here. How's everyone else doing with the NFL withdrawals, though? Man, honestly, I'm good. I'll tell you right now, I am about to embark on something here in about, what's today? Today's the 26th. Today, happy birthday, Christina Armstrong, by the way. But let's see, the 28th, in 3 days, you guys, I start a regimen. We're going to be working out, and we're going to be doing some physical things to make some changes for what happens in July, which is a secret, a little bit. It's not a huge secret, but we got to get in shape. So we're going to do that. Whoa, we're enjoying a commercial. Okay. Are we going to see Bob Hanson or no Bob Hanson? The dogs are going crazy out in the. I don't know. I don't think it's dots, but. I got a disaster on the boat here I got to deal with tonight before I go to bed. Tomorrow we go fishing. Reality sets in tomorrow. Paging Bob. Where is Bob? Bob, he's probably hanging out in Wisconsin. Hold on. Okay, I guess Bob's boy wrestles. I don't know when wrestling season is. But I'll tell you what, I like Bob, so I'm willing to give him a few more minutes. Let me ask you guys this. After all of the arguing, I know there's 13 of you on here right now. It keeps elevating and going down, but that's how it works. After all of the arguing, after roughly 4 to 5 years of people kind of being engaged in discussion, how do you feel about forward-facing sonar as a tournament tool? I'm just wondering how you guys feel. I'll tell you how I feel. Oh, by the way, did anybody else see that Yingling is sponsoring one of the fishing events this year? I believe it's the one at Beaver Lake. That's neat. I think that's neat. I wish I had enough stroke for my boat to be wrapped in this glorious logo. Stephen Smith in the house. Wow. Yeah, Steve, you're right. I mean, so ultimately what's next is live video, and they already have it. They just haven't fine-tuned it enough, I believe, to make it viable for a moving vessel. But you forward-facing sonar, like any tool to make things easier, we've employed in our life. So why not? Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? It's just obvious. And so the people that like naysay this progression, at the same time they got this phone in their hand, like that hypocrisy doesn't resonate a whole lot with me. So, if you're gonna jump into the digital age, but only some digital stuff is okay and some isn't, you've lost me. You've lost me. I agree with Stephen Smith. Now, I agree 100%. It's like whatever you want, do your thing. And that's not to say like I see all of these people throw a fit about it, but there are all these avenues. If you don't want forward-facing sonar, or you want it part-time, or you want it all the time, there are places for people to fish, even at the very highest level, to have these choices. So I don't understand the argument. Well, I do. I do understand it. The argument is simply clickbait to get views. And forward-facing sonar's been a hot button for half a decade now. And people capitalize on it. I just never understood I couldn't go on there every day and bitch about something. That's just not how I do things. So, let me go here and see what everybody's saying. We got Steve, it's the future, just like when sonar first came out. Something. Yeah, look, people talk about paper graphs and all that shit. I have used paper graphs. I have used every means of sonar available since 1980s. Okay, early 80s. So whatever was available from now, I don't even have the best. I'm like 2 miles behind in the forward-facing sonar. I have the LVS 32, which is the original. It's not the original, it's the one after that. But like the 34 is probably optimum right now, unless you had the scratch to buy the big dog that goes like 200 feet. I don't have that. If anybody wants to sponsor that, I'm interested. Look, Jonathan. Jonathan, how is it? I've heard I've heard good things, and the price is right. What did you pay for that? I want to say I saw it today for $8.99. I thought I had an ad, but maybe it was online. But I want to say it was like $8.99 for a 9-inch unit with an active sonar. Tell us about it. I remember a while back, Steve Miller had mentioned that unit for himself and asked me about it, but I know nothing about it. Honestly, I kind of stopped looking at that stuff. I feel like I'm okay right now. Like I said, if I ever made any changes, I would do a hummingbird. I would do hummingbird, whatever, 9-inch, 10-inch, whatever. I would love to have one at the helm and one at the front just for mapping and side imaging. I don't know, Stephen Smith, I know his new boat, I think he's got birds and Garmin, but maybe he can elaborate more on if he likes the side imaging on the Hummingbird more than the Garmin. Yeah, $7.99 for live scope. Is it 9-inch screen, Jonathan? I didn't. Yeah, okay, Eagle Eye 9. Yeah, so a 9-inch screen and an imaging of liveness for $800. I mean, you can't even get into the Garmin game for $800 at any level new. So I'm curious, man. I can't wait to hear how it goes. And if Stephen Smith is still on here, I would love to hear his opinion on the Hummingbird situation. I've never owned a Hummingbird for the exception of a 7-inch basic graph with no mapping. I had on the Heritage for a brief time. Jeff McCain has it now. Oryx hunt. Hey, I mean, you got to do what you got to do for them oryxes. So Steven answered me there. I'll edge the bird with better SI. That has been echoed for a very long time across the industry. Hummingbird has always had this stigma for having a better side imaging platform. Now, in the live imaging stuff, I have no experience with Lowrance. I've never used Live 360. I've never used 360 or Mega Imaging. I've only used the Garmin LVS 34 and 32. So I can't say what's good or bad. Like I won't form an opinion about something I've never used. That wouldn't be fair. All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Here's what I know. If for some reason I got a new boat, I wouldn't care what it had on it as long as it had a Garmin with my live scope at the front. The rest, I honestly think between Lowrance, Garmin, Humminbird, you'll find happiness in whatever you buy. The key is to learn how to use it. It doesn't really matter which brand you go with. If you spend 10 grand a 9-inch screen, I want you to think about this real hard. You know, like a 9-inch screen for one of these is about $1,000 right now. You can buy 4 50-inch TVs right now for less than that at the Walmart. So why buy all this if you can't use it? That's food for thought. Yeah, that's why for me, the mapping, that's why I would have one of each. Like at this point, I have 2 9s at the dash and a 10 up front. If I were to do something different, I would want to get a bird at the front, at the helm and at the front. That be that, and then let them all talk, simultaneously. Garmin, Humminbird. Obviously, they're not going to talk together, but for me, I mark most of my waypoints on one of the units that talks to the 10-inch up front. So I would probably leave that alone for that. But when it comes to the side imaging part, and then like if I'm looking at a map while I'm using the Garmin, on my eyes, the bird looks easier on my eyes, honestly. So that's just how I feel about it. All right, you guys, did Bob Hanson show up? I'm going to show these lures with or without Bob. I tried to wait. It's been 33 minutes. All right, I'm going to open this right now. Just so you guys know, I'm not BSing. Okay, there's 2 in here. Hey, are there supposed to be 2? Before I pull my hand out of here, I know there's 2. I can feel them. What's up with 2? One at a time. Okay. Okay, here's the first one, you guys. That's what Bob Hanson wanted? This is what Bob Hanson ordered. He says, "Shut up, Misty." It's in blazing pink. To give you an example of how pink this is chartreuse. Or, excuse me, this is blaze orange. Excuse me. I do have chartreuse available. But look, that's pretty funny. I mean, I don't know if that's what I would have rolled with, but that's what Bob wanted, I guess. So we got that one, and now there's another one. Okay, I guess this is Bob's choice. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna take it out of the bag. It's in a bag. I can't see what's in it. So hold on. But I like the colors already. Hold on. Ah, hey, that's pretty cool. So I think what Bob's done is put his son Axel's wrestling logo on a topwater walking bait. And it says, let me get it ready for you guys. Red Raiders Wrestling. It's got a very it's like that Fighting Irish guy logo, but it's definitely red. But he's definitely pissed. He's doing 30 style boxing. Anyway, I guess this is what I have to go catch a bass on. I'm trying to put a timetable on this. Okay, Bob, here's the deal. You got one of these, I got one of these. Whoever catches the biggest bass on this lure, documented by Labor Day weekend of 2026, if you catch a bigger fish than me on this, you're going to get a hell of a surprise. Trust me. So I hope, I don't know. I hope it works for me. I feel like you can't go wrong with a black bottom. Black or white. So I think there's fish in our future. I'm hoping for some big ones. Oh, I got to do the pink one too? Okay. So I'll tell you what, you guys, what's going to happen is it's not time, but I'm going to take these out and just throw these for an entire day, and we're going to see what happens. I will document it. If it sucks, I'll show you. If it doesn't suck, I'll show you. But I want to thank Shanka Lures, Steve and Misty, for donating that and taking the time and money to provide these lures and give them to Bob and myself for this. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I think D-Rake just got home. Drake's kind of hurt. I'm going to open the garage for him. You okay?
Yeah.
Come here, Giant Drake. We're live on the internet.
I know.
Oh, you're...
I saw your notification.
Oh, Drake saw the notification live. Hit that notification bell. If you liked it, like it. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Thank you. D-Rake's coming right now. I can't wait. He's rolling with one crutch right now. Here comes the giant right now. Look at this beast. Hi, that's Drake. You feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm tired. I got essay to work on.
All right. I love you.
Love you too.
Giant Drake. Even when he's hurt, he's doing homework.
Kind of have to. Love you.
I love you. All right. Hey, you guys, I didn't plan on going live tonight for an extended period, but I'm having a good time. Are you? I'll stay live. I got another Yingling if you guys want to BS and hang out. I know I was going to ask you guys too. So Drake has grown up? Yeah, no shit. He's 6'4", 330 pounds. He's huge. Yeah, Drake's a freaking hammer, you guys. He's big. He's an absolute beast. He's addicted to working out at the gym, which is a good thing. But he's been his knees pretty tore up, and hasn't been able to go to the gym, and I know it's bugging him a lot. Sorry, I was reading the comments. I'm thinking. What'd you say, Wendy? Yeah, Drake is a giant teddy bear. He's much like his dad. Right? No. Drake is much nicer than his dad. All right. Stephen Smith. I wanted to tell him good luck. I know you got a derby coming up. Good luck with that. But I wanted to ask. So a while back, there's some certain things I like from the Guggen Squad company. Just the price is right for menial things like tungsten and hooks and I got this in the package, and I have never done well with prefab lures like this. So I want to get your opinion. What do you guys think of stuff like this? These swim baits that are ready to go right out of the package. Hooks in the back. Let's go. Let's party. What do you guys think of these? I have honestly never done well myself with them. Maybe I haven't maybe I haven't given it enough time. Yeah. So Steven, what do you think of this type of bait? Is it worthwhile, or are you better off doing something else? I mean, I don't know how much these cost. I know that Randy Blockhut pushes Megabass to the hill, and quite honestly, if anybody's buying Megabass stuff at those prices, they're crazy. You don't need to. Bill Dance will tell you that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I imagine you're right, Steve, and that's about the only way to do this is to slow roll it. I mean, probably in the next month or so, when the real pre-spawn gets rocking around here and those fish are moving in, you might get them to go crazy on something like that when they're trying to do their bedding or, they're looking. But I don't know. I don't know. I have never had success with these prefab plastic baits. Just never have. I tell you something else we're gonna do. I am gonna do this. We're gonna do a video and see if size matters. Right? Does size really matter? Does it? We got the junior. This is the greatest lure ever made right there, by the way. We got the senior. This one has been destroyed by bass. This has been very, I don't want to even knock the experience off of this one. And then you got this giant Goliath. Okay. This is a Mark Blackstock Signature Edition. But look how big it is. Okay. And then we got the junior. We'll do the junior. I mean, so the goal here is I'm going to tie one of these onto a rod. I'll have 3 rods on the deck, 1 on each. That makes more sense. And we'll see which one draws the most attention. The giant, the medium, or the junior. That's going to happen. It's not quite time yet here for that, but we're going to do that. I've been patiently waiting for that. Now, that being said, the next, what's today, 26th? I have 2 days to catch a bass on topwater in the state of Missouri. Excuse me. I have never caught a bass in the month of February on topwater since I've lived here. Since 2020. Let me tell you this. The temperature's right. I don't know if the water temp is right. Last time I was out a week ago, it was 49 degrees, almost 50, where I was fishing. I didn't go look for any other water, so I don't know if it got warmer or colder. But I don't think that matters so much as this abnormally warm 70-degree weather is going to push them up. I might be able to get one excited if I can find some structure in 8 feet of water, maybe. Yeah, I do have I'm Misty. I do, but not on the wall. The menu is in my box. You're right. There is one a little smaller than the junior now that's like 2 3/4 inch, maybe. I just don't have one in front of me in this array right here. Those are some of my favorites I like to look at right now. Now, I do have basically some of this stuff is laying in wait for the Big Bass Bash. So I won't even touch it until then. The stuff that's what's happening. This stuff is, I'm patiently waiting to use it. I do have all 4. It's already 90 in Tucson, Graham? Shit. Damn. I do miss that on these old bones. I do miss it. It's only 70 here, but I'll tell you what, I'll be dead honest with you. And since 2020, when we moved here, this has been by far the warmest February, bar none, period. We had some shitty weather for maybe 4 or 5 days in the whole month, and now we're pushing into March in the 70s. So are we going to see a wild spring? Who knows? 93 tomorrow. That's golf weather, bro, chotch. You know, a year ago next week, I was in Tucson and played a ton of golf with Joey Graham, who is, if you guys see this right here, AZ Cadillac, that is the Dirty Wizard. For those of you that don't know, he's one of the top 3 netmen in the world that can net a fish outside of the net. There's a video I have highlighting this when he was here. But anyway, Graham was gracious enough when I visited a year ago to loan me a Honda to drive while I was in Tucson. And I thank him every day for that. That was fantastic. I didn't have to go to Enterprise or Avis or any of that. So I know a few weeks ago we talked about a gathering or an event in the fall. I am still gauging seriousness of people that are interested. We got a lot of time to plan. If we're not having a tournament, I don't need to get regatta permits and all that. So if we're just going to have a party and maybe do some fun fishing, it's a lot less stress on that side of things. Now, on the other side of things, the preparation and the sponsorship, like on the last 2 events that we hosted, Misty was able to secure a lot of donations for our events through vendors for food, which is a big deal. So we didn't have to charge for food. I appreciate that. We're gonna have to change things up a lot though, because I can't eat pork. So we're not doing pulled pork anymore. It's gonna be pulled chicken. Just kidding. Maybe we could do both. Um, but yeah, like I said, like for those people that are interested in doing an event in the fall out here at either Bull Shoals or Table Rock, it doesn't really matter. We could hang out at both. It's the same spot. So when I say here, I mean Branson. If you're having a tournament, yes. If you're having a regatta, yes. If you're having 75 boats, you need a permit. Um, if I'm just having friends come over and we're hanging out, we don't need a permit for that at all. So when I did the first tournament, I mean, of course, I was shooting for the moon. When you sign up with it's a 2-prong approach. You have to do a permit with the Corps of Engineers and the Missouri Highway Patrol. So when I did that, the Coors deal is if it's 75 boats or less, it's free. It's a free permit. If you go over that, it's like a nominal fee. It's like $25 to go up more to more than 75 boats, which was a friggin' pipe dream. I would have loved to have had half of 75, but it is what it is. And so to attain, I'd love to see a good turnout of people, and I'd really like a commitment. We had a commitment. The very first tournament, all kinds of people all over the country. Oh, you build it, we will come. Well, we built it, and they didn't come. And that was deflating. And we did it again, and basically the same people came, which I love. I love them. But it just never got the traction that it seemed like they wanted. When I say they, I mean the community. It sucked. I mean, I'm being real. This is reality. Like it hurt. It sucked because you have literally daily people are like, "Oh, when's the tournament? I'm coming. I'm coming from wherever. Hell yeah!" And then slowly things start changing. And I mean, reality is reality, and life is life. Things happen, but just in me trying to create this thing, it was kind of a punch to the gut when the turnout wasn't very big. Now, that being said, I absolutely gained and loved every minute of the relationships that I was able to attain during that time and maintain 100%. Yeah, I'm not trying to have a sanctioned party. So, yeah, we don't need any permitting for a bunch of people getting together at a particular place. Yeah, we're just doing Party Cove. I thought about something, you guys, real quick. We're going on an hour. I'm going to shut her down here shortly. So I was looking for footage of the Big Bass Bash that I had done in the spring, and I can't find it. I cannot find any footage unless it's live. I think I need to go look at that. But I think what happened was I had bought a 400 gigabyte memory card, which was, I don't know, wasn't cheap. It was like $40 for just this little piece of plastic. But I want to say that's the one I lost with that footage on it of when I did the Big Bass Bash in the spring, because I've done it 3 times, twice in the fall and once in the spring. And I don't have anything to draw off of. I know a handful of things that I did, but it was a few years ago, and I have kind of forgot what I did in the spring. The first one I did was in the fall. So, man, I got to go do some hunting. Otherwise, I'm kind of shooting blind. So, that being said as well, I think you're going to see me at Lake of the Ozarks a little more in the next month. I think we're going to start spending some time figuring that lake out rather than just show up and do derbies. I think it's time to spend some time up there. I don't mind driving a couple hours once in a while to go learn. So that's going to happen. Okay, look, you guys, I'm going to shut her down. I want to thank again, Shut Up Misty. I want to thank you guys for donating, the lures. I want to thank Bob Hanson for his winning guess of the Super Bowl that created this lure. I know this means a lot to Bob. When I met Bob, I could tell that he had a very, very serious, loving bond with his son Axel. And I mean, it was just obvious. And they were great to be around. It was very nice to meet them. I can't wait to see them again in the future. So, thank all of you for your participation. We're going to keep pushing forward. I couldn't do the videos every day, you guys. I can't. I'm not good enough. I don't have the strength. But if I had somebody follow me around with a camera, it would happen. I don't have it in me to just do that right now. But I am going to maintain a regularity. We're going to go fishing. We're just right in this crap spot of February. But hopefully we're going to turn that around tomorrow. I want to read real quick what you guys. Axel has his own boat now. That's badass. Have a great evening. I love you, Wendy. Hey, absolutely. Jimmy Matthews, quote of the night. It was fun to get together tonight. I'll tell you what, we're going to do it again. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you again. Have a great night. Take it easy.